Since I've received so many questions on Tuesday with the video I put up for a Q&A, I decided that I'm not going to be able to answer all of them, and instead I'll answer ones that were asked a lot and some that just stuck out to me. So here are the questions, and I'll answer them to the best of my ability. First up are personal questions. Stuff such as age, name, and location. I am 23 years old, my real name is Josh, and I live in North Carolina. The next thing, sexual preference, I am bisexual. And also, there was another question about when did I become an atheist. I became an atheist about when I was 13, and I just kind of, found out that I didn't have to believe, so I was like, oh, okay, well, I guess I don't. And, when did I come out? I'm assuming that's going to mean both, as an atheist and, as a bisexual. It was about, 2 years later, about when I was 15, I think. Basically, my dad called me while he was at work, and he was a little bit upset, but he came home and then he hugged me. The next section is YouTube questions. I'm just ad-libbing this whole thing, so there's not a script in front of me. I'll just go with the flow. Anyway, how did I become a brony? I became a brony back in August of last year, and the first thing that I saw that really got me interested was there's a voice dub, a comic dub of that famous comic with Twilight where it says good books. God, I love books. Dear Princess Celestia, I'm so alone. And it was a voice dub by General Ivan, and I had been following him for a year or so. There was also the Friendship is Magic Bitch Flash animation, which I saw, and then I was just really curious, and I started seeing YouTube poops with the ponies and my recommendations. So then I thought I would watch the show, and within a weekend I watched the entire first season. And then about a week later I made a video about finding out about the show and watching it. And yeah, that's how it started in August of last year. The next question is, do my parents know? Yeah, my dad, I told him about a month after I became into it, not became into it, but after I came into it. He was cool. I mean, I've watched cartoons with my dad, when I was a teenager, so, he didn't really, think twice about it. My mom, on the other hand, I waited until, last month when I graduated from not high school, when I graduated from college. I was a bit skeptical of how she would react, but she was surprisingly interested in the whole thing. And then I met up with some brodies down in Wilmington, North Carolina, which is where my mom lives, and I met up with some there, and they were pretty cool. So and she's interested in this whole thing about the documentary and everything. So my parents are cool with it. The next question, was I a hater before? No. I just didn't really care. I didn't really hate it. I didn't really like it. I just didn't care. Next, why the name PaleoSteno? Paleo comes from my interest in paleontology, and I've had that interest ever since I was a little kid. And I still have an interest in it, but not as strong as it used to be. And Steno comes from the genus name for a rough-toothed dolphin, which is the full species name of that is Steno bretonensis, and that's my favorite dolphin. It used to be I had the username of Paleo Orca because I liked orcas a lot, but then that changed and I started liking dolphins a bit more and starting finding out about rough-toothed dolphins and how cool they are. Just the way they look is really cool. And next question, how did I make my OC? With the Pony Creator by General Zoy on DeviantArt. That's pretty much how pretty much everybody makes them. And why did I make it look that way? I guess I sort of have long-ish hair most of the time. I don't right now, but I sort of do right now. And then the blue color is just tied in with my interest with dolphins. Why a unicorn? I guess I don't know. I just like the unicorns from the show, so I thought I'd make mine a unicorn. Now, what is my OC's cutie mark? OC's cutie mark are dolphins, and that's from the that's an actual cutie mark from the show. Seafoam or Sea Swirl, if you want to call her, has that cutie mark, and that cutie mark was shown as called the cutie. And how did I get it? How did my pony get it? I'm not sure, but I'll tell you later in the video of how I got interested in dolphins. And the next question is, how did I make my vectors? I didn't make my vectors. That is actually all by SirPonyLancelot. So you can thank him for all of that. He's done a lot for me ever since November when he contacted me about making vectors for my videos. But yeah, he's helped me out a lot. Next question, how did I get started on YouTube? I actually started on YouTube back in 2006, and I had a different account then. And I would just put like random type videos up. I put some footage of aquariums and SeaWorld and some crappy music videos. And then I made a new account last year, and that was with PaleoSteno. And I was basically trying to make some videos about atheism and science and video games, and I wasn't really going anywhere until I found the pony stuff, and I sort of fell into my niche there. And then I started releasing videos more often by doing the reviews. The other question under that is, did I ever think I'd make it this far? No, I didn't think I would make it this far. I didn't think I would get 1,000 subscribers within a year, let alone the time that has passed since I made my first pony video. And suggestions for people trying to get started. Be consistent. I know, like in a video a long time ago, I said screw consistency, but really, actually, that's something that you really have to have if you want people to pay attention to you. Because if you're consistent and like release videos like on a weekly basis, like I did with the reviews, and make sure that they're released relatively at this same time, then people will stop by your channel to see if you've uploaded anything. So I just say consistency is usually the key. Next question, where are the other videos you used to have listed? I still have them on my account, but I just don't have them listed because I'm just listing the pony stuff for now. I do have some non-pony stuff that is listed, like the videos about cartoons, but for right now I was just like focusing on all the pony stuff. And that goes with the next question, do I consider doing other videos not related to ponies? And yeah, I think I will, but not right now. I'm pretty much focused on the documentary, and then I'll focus on doing the reviews once season 3 comes. So I'm not sure when I'll start doing non-pony videos on this channel again. And the next question, am I going to update the Paleo Travels channel? Eventually. I still have a lot of footage that I have not uploaded to that. Mainly like SeaWorld footage that I've taken in the past. So there is quite a lot of footage I need to upload to that channel. I might try doing that in July when I have to work a lot on the documentary, so I'll probably upload it during that time. The next question, how did Saber and I meet? Basically, I saw his video back in December, and I was watching it while I was making my video, and I didn't want it to influence my video in any way, so I stopped watching it. And then I finished my video, then I finished watching his video. And I thought it was alright, so I messaged him about possibly collaborating or just talking. And pretty much the first night we hit it off, and like within a week or so we became like best friends. So that's how that happened. And then the next question is, what's it like working with Saber? It's interesting. I mean, we have very different personalities, but a lot of people, like my friend Hirasashi says that it sort of works. We have that like that contrast between us two. I think Saber's said to me a couple of times that like that I can help him keep his head. So if he starts to lose his head, then I'll just slap it back on. And then the next question, how did you two come up with the Brony Breakdown? That was actually all Saber. He was thinking of doing something like that for a while, after his Ballad of the Brony video, but it sort of evolved over time, because we didn't actually do anything with it until like about a month and a half later after he uploaded that year in review video. And at first we were just going to do like news and content, and then we were going to do news and content and an interview, and then we kind of split off the interview with the actual show. And then we decided to do it in a live stream, and then Final Draft contacted Saber about being on Everfree Radio, and that's where we are now. So that's the story of Brony Breakdown. How did you come up with the documentary, and what are you trying to achieve with it? What we were trying to achieve with the documentary and how we came up with it, Basically, how we came up with it is why I messaged Saber in the first place about doing like a collaboration over the summer since both of us would be out of school. Basically, I wanted to do like something that combined both of our videos because mine was more about the show and his was more about the fandom, and we wanted to do something big with that. And over time, it's kind of gotten a bit bigger, and we have more people involved. Basically, what I want to try to achieve with it is tell the story of the fandom of how it came into be and to where it is now. Having the interviews with people on the documentary is going to help a lot because we get to see it from their perspective. And the last question in this section, why are people so obsessed with seeing the bad part of the fandom in the documentaries, and what is your opinion on Forever Pandering's video? I don't understand why people are so obsessed with a documentary being unbiased because documentaries are rarely unbiased unless it's like a nature documentary like Life or The Life of Mammals or Blue Planet. Like those are unbiased documentaries because they're just showing the information. But for other documentaries like Food Inc. and what was it, Super Size Me, and even something like The Cove, has a big bias to it. For what we're trying to do, with our documentary at least, is just telling a story, and that's all we want to do. As far as the BronyCon documentary, it's not even filmed yet, and we don't know what's in it, so I don't know why like people are criticizing it for something that they haven't seen yet. So I guess that's my opinion on Forever Pandering's video is that why are you criticizing you haven't even seen? For our video, if nobody but the fans see our video, then I'm fine with that. Because basically that's what we're making it for. We're making it for us. The BronyCon documentary is trying to make it for other people, but we're just trying to make it for us. And we're just trying to have fun with it. So